Yo, what's up guys, it's Darsh here, and as you've probably been able to see in the background a couple of my videos, I actually got a new desk. I got a sit-stand desk, and personally just huge shout out to AnthroDesk for actually supplying it for me and allowing me to really use it for my setup tour that's coming out very soon if it hasn't already come out. But basically this video here today is not actually intended for my regular viewers, but is for anyone else who right now is looking online for a tutorial on how to put together a sit-stand desk, and in specific, this one, the AnthroDesk. So without any further ado, let's get right into this tutorial. Alright, so first things first, you want to grab the long tubing piece and then the two smaller side pieces that go through the tubing piece. So essentially the tubing piece is a middle connector and the two side pieces are put on top. So it has like a railway to become larger and smaller on. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to connect those, but the way that you have to adjust them is there are 4 screws in total that are on these small side pieces that you want to unscrew a little bit to make it a little bit easier, to pull left and right and to adjust, and then you want to tighten these screws after you're done adjusting it to the size that you want. Now, probably the most important part is making sure that you do not lose any of the screws that you've been given in your baggie. So get the baggie and put all your screws and lay everything out properly so you know which group has each screws and which nuts and so on. Alright, now you're going to see the 2 leg pieces. You're going to grab one of them and put it on one side and put another on the other side. One side's going to have a motor on it and the other one's not going to have a motor on it, but they look very much identical. So that's how you're going to know that they're the actual legs. So what you're going to do is you're going to raise that new piece, that bar that you've made, and you want to put the holes and align them with the actual legs. So the way you want to do this, you want to just slightly lift it and then just place them so you see the holes, and then you want to get your M8-8s and your M8-10s. So you're going to use M8-10s, you're going to use 2 of those in the furthest to the middle 2 sockets. So you're going to put 2 M8-10s and then 2 M8-10s on each side, and then an M8-8 on the very edge that are actually going to connect the actual legs to each other. So that's what I want you to do. Just look at what's going on right now on the screen, you'll be able to see. Now, after you're done that, you make sure to tighten all of them tight because they're basically be connecting the actual bar that's going to be holding the underpiece of the tabletop and your legs. So it's very important to make sure you get that right. Alright, so you're going to want to grab your M8-10 pieces and get the 2 supporting arms that you're going to connect to each side of the actual railing. Now you're going to put them on each side, use the M8-10 pieces to screw them in and make them super tight because, as I mentioned earlier, all of this is just supporting for your tabletop. So if you do not do this right, then your tabletop does have a chance of falling. So please make sure to take your time and make sure that everything is tightened as well as you can. Alright, so now get the 2 base pieces and connect those to the actual legs themselves. So here's where you're going to be using the M8-25 pieces. So you're going to get 4 of those on each side and screw them in as tight as you can and make sure that they're secure. And then there's these rubber feet, like these balls, these kind of cylindrical type pieces that you're going to connect as well so that you aren't exactly putting these rough metal pieces straight on your floor. So you have hardwood like me, that you wouldn't really be ruining the hardwood flooring. But I'd also recommend getting some felt pads and putting that on just in case you want to slide the desk around a little bit. But that's just my suggestion. Alright, so now I'd recommend having someone else help you with this if you haven't already been having someone help you. So have someone, help pick up the entire base piece that is your legs and the rail and put that on top of one of your tabletops. Now when you do this, you want to make sure that it's best aligned as well as you can, so I'd recommend using some measuring tape to ensure that you're using it to the proper dimensions as you want. So you place it on top and you're going to see some empty holes at the bottom of the base where you can actually screw in the wood screws that are provided in the bag. So you're going to get these wood screws, screw them in as well as you can, get them straight down, and you go 90 degrees into the board or else it will cause a problem for you later and will not be as secure as you need it to be. So make sure to get that right and take your time for it. But use the wooden screws and get everything put into the actual base itself. Now after you're done that, this is when you can add the control module. Now you get the control module and you actually just place it wherever you like on the actual desk. I put mine on the far right just so it's a little bit out of the way and I can use the rest of the table and slide across. But that's just me, it's your call wherever you want to put it. You don't even have to technically even put it on the actual desk. You can put it on a small side piece or on top of the desk itself, but totally up to you. I just decided to put mine underneath. Now, finally, what you want to do is connect all of the wires together and just plug it in. So you can connect all the different wires and you can follow the instructions for this. It's very simple. So you just plug in each one that has a corresponding end to one another and plug it directly into the wall and you can set it up. Alright, so that is the end of this tutorial. I really do hope you guys took something from it. You guys were actually able to learn from it. Now, I apologize if it wasn't amazing, like you weren't able to understand everything from it, and it's completely understandable. It is kind of a complex desk to understand at times, but for the most part, if you guys have any questions, please drop it down in the comment section. I'll make sure to get back to you guys and help you guys as much as I can online. But that's about it. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Once again, if you like videos like this, then subscribe to my channel for more videos like it, and that's about it. Thank you guys all so much for watching one last time, and I'll see you guys all later.